Previously on Dungeons Against Humanity.
The Crown Prince has been kidnapped. We are going to get a ransom note either today or tomorrow. 8 years ago, after a fire killed the original Crown Prince, Tobin the Ninth, the king's wife. Her name was Selima Mahat. There is a dead body on the floor, and a male elf standing over the body.
Hello there.
The guard just vomits. His name is Leroy Jenkins.
Come from a family of Delaron.
Are you Elahimm Delaron?
You now work for the king.
Fuck no.
Thario, congratulations. You are now a warlock of Subsuccotash the Annihilator.
What have you done? Dimitri's just gonna start having an emotional breakdown.
The plan is to have a swap. The prince is put into a boat. The ransom is put into a boat. Slowly sail across. This Captain Deadeye, his reputation is fierce. The Red Dawn, it's club hauling. Lay is going to pull her massive whips.
She's so anime right now.
Who is this person?
And I will cast Find Familiar.
Hillary Clinton's death stare is the card that I just drew.
Whatever it is, it's wearing a pantsuit.
Shit's on fire up on the quarterdeck. The Red Dawn opens fire.
I'm down to 0.
So Thario hits the deck.
I just hit the floor.
Prepare to abandon ship.
She jumps down onto the cache. I'm in position. And she is rising on this cache and floating off the side of the ship.
Bloody pirates.
All right, so it's been a while since we've played. Let's shake off the rust and do some dungeoning.
Merry Winter's Dawning.
Status of everyone right now. Y'all are on a ship, and the ship is going down.
Oops, everyone's on fire.
Yeah,
The latest
Sarah,
cereal.
what relay that note that you had?
Shit's on fire, yo.
Sarah's succinct summary of. So,
Most of us are passed out.
who all is alive and conscious at this point?
Good news, everyone. I'm still technically alive.
I'm alive.
Still technically alive?
Yep, I've got a whole 6 hit points.
Oh,
Good
Oh,
time.
wait, is that a 6 or is that a 0?
It's gotta be 6, because I don't think you passed out.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Thario is still in the process of rolling death saves.
It's okay.
All because I burned the hell out of my hands.
Yes, you picked up 2 whips that were flaming.
I didn't realize their handles are on fire. Twice.
That's like a gun that you pick up and it shoots you in the face.
Lightsaber, what's this do? Oh no.
What is Haizea's?
I think she's drooling on the deck right now, because she is definitely unconscious. 0 hit points, so I don't think I'm in death save mode, though. Am I? I am?
Yeah.
I haven't rolled any yet.
Okay.
So we
And you, Thario, has 1 fail and 1 success?
1 fail, 1 success. So.
Okay. And Elahimm is
alive. Have the most hit points out of everyone with a whopping 12.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Good. I'm excited for
I don't
this.
know how this happened.
I hope you're strong enough to, pull us to safety.
Well, that is a very good question, because the ship is sinking actively right now. Dimitri, again, has somehow wound up being the one giving orders, and has ordered everyone to abandon ship. So multiple people are jumping into longboats, which are on either side.
Longboats. This isn't a Titanic situation.
No, this is not a Titanic situation.
I just saw Titanic
it
for the
could
first
be,
time.
because...
For the first time?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Who are you?
When did that come out?
Yeah.
For the millennium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got Enya fresh in your mind.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
No, that's Celine Dion.
Oh, that's right.
I know my new age music, motherfucker. I bet you do.
Makes a lot of sense.
All of the longboats on one side of the ship, you don't know precisely if they've been fully destroyed or not, but it seems that the crew, or what remains of the crew, there's only about half the crew left alive after the bombardment, which would be 25 people. And then there are the 4 of you, 2 of whom are passed out cold. Out of the fog and smoke daggers a familiar figure, Leroy.
Oh.
Leroy Jenkins is holding up...
Chicken.
No. Well, he's holding up one of the other guards, a female guard, and then there are the 2 guards that are standing near Dimitri, who were fighting with you against the pirate captain.
And where is the pirate captain now? Still flying away, or?
The pirate captain is riding the cache,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is the ransom that has been paid for the Crown Prince, and is riding it away towards the pirate ship.
Is this ransom being made in gold coins, or is it like paper money?
You don't know.
Would I have an idea based on living in the world for however many years?
Roll wisdom. Roll
Alright,
wisdom.
How much money have I had in my life? Oh no, I'm not very good at wisdom. 10.
10. Well, a 10, you look up as this pirate captain is kind of like surfing this box away from you guys, like some kind of Marty McFly hoverboard in the sky. Yeah. You kind of squint at it and think that there can't be that much gold actually in there because it's not a very large box.
Okay, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, you're satisfied. All right. So the crew is actively getting into longboats at the moment. What do you guys? Well, Dimitri and Elahimm? What do you guys do?
I'm going to start yelling orders at the guards near me to get our passed out companions and get them aboard the ship.
Okay.
Or the boats.
Roll persuasion.
That's a 7.
Any modifiers?
That is with modifiers.
Oh my. Okay, so I would say at this point, like 3 of the guards are just kind of panicking and are just going to run for the longboats, but Leroy steps up. And Leroy Jenkins.
Our friend, whom everyone knows and loves.
This version of Leroy is much more capable.
But Leroy is actually quite strong. I rolled him out. His strength was 16. And so Leroy is going to step to Thario and attempt to hoist him up. How much do you weigh?
Did I write that kind of stuff down?
You know, turn that
It's
off. So it's gonna be
you're
average.
medium, right? Your size medium?
Yeah, I'm a dwarf though, so
Yeah.
I'm probably pretty dense. I'd imagine 250?
250? Okay. Yeah, so he succeeds. He hefts you up onto his shoulders and is going to carry you to the longboats. Why don't you go ahead and make a death saving throw at this point?
Yeah, failed that.
Oh boy.
Rolled a 9.
No.
No one
Coughs
likes
up blood when he hefts me up.
Oh no. Very anime right there.
Yeah. And then that leaves Haizea passed out on the deck.
Can I roll to? I don't know if it's too late to add persuasion to him.
Let's retcon that and say, so what are you doing to...
I'm being like, come on, listen to him.
Okay, well,
You know?
well, let's say then that you're going to make a separate persuasion, but you are going to make it with disadvantage because you were just in chains.
Yeah.
But you are very
Oh,
persuasive.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a straight, whatever that is,
Yeah.
which is a 5, 7.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
But that is the same as him.
yay! 7.
Yeah, and so I am going to say that one of the other guards, a halfling man, steps up and is not quite large enough to carry
A
Haizea
6'2"
by
woman.
himself.
I'm double his height, probably.
Yeah. So he looks at Haizea and is kind of like, nope. And he is trotting along next to Thario and
Yes.
Leroy. So would you have a healing potion perhaps hanging from a belt?
I think it would be in a backpack.
I'm going to say that Leroy hefts you up, and Devo actually runs over and picks up your bag, and then stops, looks at you as you're coughing up blood, and rummaging through your bag as you go, and pulls out a healing potion, and is kind of running along next to you and gives you a healing potion.
Okay.
So,
One of the
1d...
superior one. 2d4 plus 4.
Yep, that's
2d4
what I
plus
have
4?
too.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Maximum's at half health.
Yay!
I'm not dying.
But you do wake up and you are slung over Leroy's back. Leroy is going to climb into the longboat along with Devo.
Where's Haizea?
That's a good question.
I'm a smear on the deck.
Haizea is a smear on the deck.
I'm gonna try
I'm gonna
and
try and-
pick her up.
Yeah, you guys can try
Let's
together.
both.
We look at each other like, teamwork?
Question mark? Okay. All right.
Always falls to the two of us who've been basically shanghaied into this whole thing to...
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Help your captor.
So go ahead, both of you, make a strength check.
Oh, not bad. Strength isn't my jam.
That is a 15.
You are rolling the same.
Okay, there you go.
We
Yeah.
left her in
We are of
equal
one mind.
amounts.
Okay, so and you could actually 15 is good enough for one of you to carry her. Do one of you have a healing potion that you want to administer?
I have
Suggestion.
Ooh. 5. That's not a.
Yeah, so you have one failed death saving throw. Dimitri, do you have any healing potions? I think you did.
I have.
Trying to keep you guys alive.
Yeah. Yes, I do have a healing potion.
Okay, so as Elahimm steps forward and is like lifting Haizea, do you, Dimitri, want to use up one of your healing potions or no?
I'd have to take off her mask.
I can't speak to any of this. I'm not conscious.
I'm watching so closely 'cause this entire time I'm like, what is under that?
Yes. Yeah.
I hesitate for a moment and then lift it up a little bit enough to get the bottle in there.
But not enough to actually see
Hey.
anything? I'm just curious.
I mean, I'd see what's
Plug
whatever's
your
under
ears
here.
and close your eyes. Right now.
Does she not know what
Start
she looks
singing.
like?
Shh.
History checks.
Oh. Oh. Hello.
16. No, I'm sorry.
24.
18.
You don't know. You.
Uh-huh. Should we go elsewhere?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
yeah.
alright. Lydia, you can go ahead.
This is a big bomb
Am I?
secret.
Wait,
Listeners at home, plug your ears and start saying la 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 la.
we should
la,
sing.
la.
We should sing for them.
What should we sing?
I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the film and...
No. What would be historical type song?
Like a
instead
sea
of fantasy
shanty?
setting? Does anybody know the song that Pippin sings in Lord of the Rings?
You're
Is
the
it
most
Pippin?
likely one
Marry
to know
on
that.
Me?
Let it be.
May it be?
May it be. Yeah.
Let it go. Let
No.
it go.
No. That is not the fantasy.
I feel like weird for having my head on the desk now.
Near, far, wherever you are, I'll be there. Oh, they're back.
I'm excited. Yeah.
We left you lots of nice little peeks.
Good. Thank you. Okay, so what happens, guys?
So
Wait, so I can be
Oh,
listening.
yeah, you can be listening.
Well, I can give you the healing potion.
Okay.
Yay.
So 2d4 plus 4. And that's what you heal her for.
4, 5, 9.
9. So you get 9.
I have 9 instead of 0. Got it. I'll just put a line right on next to the 0.
You guys are in a boat together.
I'm in a
Leroy,
boat.
Yeah, you're on a boat, motherfucker. So the ship by now is mostly submerged, but you have succeeded in getting into longboats. You are in probably about 5 different longboats. Crew members sort of like scattered through 3 longboats, and then you guys, the 3 of you, Haizea, Elahimm, well, you're Avery right
Avery.
now. Avery and Dimitri are all in one longboat. Thario, Leroy are in another longboat. The waves are pretty choppy. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. In reality, would totally vom.
Oh,
Oh, probably gonna vom.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Arya's actually going to hop up onto the chair and start scanning all the boats for Haizea.
Okay.
Yard Mitish.
Okay, everybody that got below a 10, you are vomiting.
I'm vomiting.
Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to navigate this around the mast.
Oh.
A lot of violations happening
Didn't
right now.
like a chunk of it
Well, there's
fall
this-
off or something?
Well, I don't know about that, but she's got like scarves like around her head like
There
that,
you
so
go.
she could probably just kind of like try not to vom on the scarf.
Yeah.
Try. Yeah.
So you are kind of like hunched over the side, like
Oh, yeah.
vomiting. All anybody can see is like a scarf and then vomiting coming out of the scarf.
Also, in the hubbub of everyone trying to get onto the boats, I'm gonna switch to Camilla.
Oh, Carmela?
Carmelo. Oh my
Yeah.
God. It's been a long time.
Do you even know yourself?
I don't know anymore.
Who am I?
Okay, so you are Carmela, which is a human woman.
Because I'm sick
at this
to death
point.
of people not listening to me.
Do I notice this?
Perception, yeah.
Why we're throwing up.
Make a perception with disadvantage because you are vomiting.
What do you notice?
No.
No.
There's a person over there.
I mean, you've seen Carmelo before, so you would know it's me anyway, so...
Well, but with, what was your perception? Like 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a person over there.
Hurry.
He's vomiting.
More important thing.
Then you hear a spectacular boom and series of booms, which is the pirate ship engaging in battle with the consort ship,
Yes.
the Silver Swallow. That is just sort of happening away to the east of you. Beyond that skirmish that is happening, there's a very large storm that is headed your direction.
Delightful.
That's where you want to be on a
Yes.
little dinghy.
Yeah. Because if you'll recall, that morning there was a red dawn.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yes.
What?
So what do, guys?
Where's the pirate captain in all this?
The pirate captain has disappeared.
Okay.
The pirate captain
I
appears
figured.
to have...
She didn't
Yeah.
go toward the ship.
She silver surfed her way on top of the ransom over to the pirate ship, and is
God damn, that's cool.
yeah, presumably on board the pirate ship at some point. And she did recover her whips before she did so. So just imagine like somebody with two giant flaming whips surfing on top of a floating box over the waves to a pirate ship.
Oh my god.
Yeah, do you guys do anything? Do you try to reunite with each other?
Yeah,
Ships are pretty close,
Thario is devoted to getting back to Haizea.
Aw,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
so sweet.
Yeah.
Such a good coworker.
I'm gonna say that probably like all of you try to like come together and
Like lash the boats together.
yes to stay as close together in these choppy waters as possible. The crew are looking around and trying to find the captain or the quartermaster or anybody in any position of command. In absence of that, they kind of start to look at you guys.
Are all the boats lashed together, or is it just ours?
I would say you, given your interest in trying to get back to Haizea, definitely hook up first. And
Yeah.
then there are 3 other boats that are mostly filled with the crew.
So
Like, screw them.
now that we're back together, Thario turns his attention to his. They weren't cool with him, but it's still
Yeah.
some niceness to them.
Yeah.
I
Niceness.
love you, racist.
They're growing.
They're all servants of the king.
You all have a good character arc, I'm sure.
Yeah. Make way for the swallow.
All right, so you are directing everybody to head towards the Silver Swallow.
Mhm.
Okay.
The ship that's currently under fire.
What else are we gonna do?
It's fair.
Only someone had percepted a tunnel in the mountains better, but you didn't, so it's not there.
Womp, womp, womp.
We are close to land.
You are close to land,
You
however...
can't shame me, you're the DM. You're basically God mocking me for not seeing your dumb tunnel.
Okay, so you are close to land. However, you are along this coastline, which you see is scribbled in black because those are the Sawtooth Mountains.
Right.
And this coastline is very jagged and nearly impassable.
It's like Big Sur.
Yes, yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
How far away is the swallow?
The Swallow is probably about 1.5 miles away at this point.
What are we? We're just like paddles? Or are we using our
And
hands?
the-
Yeah, you've got oars. The storm is fast approaching.
It's better.
Okay.
It's better that we're lolling around on top of waves rather than being beaten into solid stone.
Fair.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
So are you heading towards the Swallow still then?
Yep.
All right.
Wait. Yeah, we're gonna swallow.
Oh,
It is.
gosh.
It is Dungeons Against Humanity.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Oh my.
Okay, so the skirmish between the two ships does not seem to last very long. The Silver Swallow was not intended for combat, and the Red Dawn is much larger, and so
prepared for this.
the Silver Swallow does not sink,
Okay.
but is very clearly disabled,
Yes.
and the Red Dawn slowly circles back around to you guys.
Oh no!
Okay.
Yeah. Draws
Make us prisoners.
within 500 feet of you, and then you hear a big booming voice. Hello out there! Hello? Hi. Is this thing on? Why am I saying this thing is on? It's a spell. It's on. Okay, fine, whatever.
Waves.
Hello out there! This is the Red Dawn, Quartermaster Fato. Nice to meet you. So, here's the deal. The crew of your ship... What was the name of their ship? The Gorshfok? They seriously named a ship? Never mind.
You're actually
Not
asking.
important. No. I
was like, oh,
no, the person is asking.
Yes.
It's the Gorshfok? What is the name of the... Never mind. So, crew of the Gorshfok. The Silver Swallow has been disabled, but is still seaworthy. Row towards the Silver Swallow. You'll be fine. The guards and members of the King's service who came with you, yeah, we're gonna need them. So just start rowing towards us.
Just so you know, we were doing that already, not because you told us to.
That's fine. I don't really care. But I do suggest that you do so quickly because there's a storm coming from
Everyone.
never eat Swagenheim wieners. East! It's coming from the east. And then there's a pause, and the person What? Don't look at me like that, guys. I don't have to sail this ship. I just have to look good and kill people. So what you guys doing?
I'm going to dismiss my familiar so they don't know I have it.
Okay, good call. Good call.
I vote we don't do that. I think we should row our boats to the shore.
And then
To the-
have a cannonball?
By shore, you mean
Lobbed at
wall
us?
of rock?
Well, it's either death by pirates, and none of us are super capable of fighting right now.
We don't know that they'd kill us.
Or
We don't know that they would kill us.
potentially find some way to get back on the shore.
Plus, we have magic.
In the pause, as you try to figure out what to do, the voice shouts, "Seriously, don't make us come out there and get you."
Just to get a bit of geography here. We're point A.
Yes.
Then point B is going to be the Red Dawn, and C is going to be the, not Sparrow?
Silver Swallow.
Silver
Swallow.
Swallow.
The Swallow.
Yeah, Silver Swallow is over here.
Okay.
This is Red Dawn, and this is you guys.
Okay, so so we're going to have to go essentially different directions to get to either B or C.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to notice.
The rocks are over here.
Coastline is over here.
How big of an illusion, Carmilla and Dimitri?
I have a 60-foot range.
Same here.
So we could make ships appear near us, but we couldn't.
We could also just make a bunch of fog and make it so they can't see us or see.
I get a 5-foot
rocks.
cube max,
They-
so I could do a boat.
The crew of the Gorschfach
Right.
are already... So that's 3 ships that are headed towards the Silver Swallow
Now,
at this point.
weren't they told? So they were told to give up the guards and the king's people. Right?
Yes, yeah.
But those people are
convenient.
all on different boats than them.
I say our mission is to find the prince and also to retrieve the treasure if we can. I say we go aboard and then screw them over.
Well, if we don't, they'll just shoot the other ship and take us anyway. Does the ship have its guns pointed at us?
It does.
It also seems to be pretty fast. I'm tripping over my own tongue with this speech pattern. I really should see a speech therapist. A sheep
I don't know. That might be a bad idea.
Oh, yay!
Now we're all like, no, and Sarah's like, yay. All right, so what you guys doing?
If no one objects, I'm gonna send Leroy onto the other. Actually, bring all the other guards, and then I step over onto longboat that the 3 of them are on.
Okay. Well, the guards are coming with you. The
Oh,
guards
they
are going. Yeah, the guards are going on to. They said we want the guards and the king's
okay.
representatives.
All the
So-
king's horses and all the king's men.
Yes. So
Fortunately,
everybody
the
except the
horses
crew
drowned.
of the Gorschfach.
Yeah.
Make way for the Red Dawn.
All right. So night by this time is fast approaching, as is the storm. I'm going to say that you managed to make it to the Red Dawn, and you are pulled up onto the deck, very quickly taken downstairs. You don't get... It's dark and the storm is coming in, and so you don't get a whole lot of impressions of the ship other than a whole bunch of people running around preparing the ship and battening the hashes and everything.
I'm going to look around and see if the captain is around.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
You get some salt water in your eye and you spend the rest of the time just kind of like,
Got some puke in there.
But you are quickly taken down, so does anybody else want to do
Yeah, I want to
anything?
perceive what
Okay.
I can perceive.
Okay, sure.
A 16, I believe.
So what are you focusing on
I
specifically?
just want to see,
What's going on?
yeah,
there? Okay.
assessing the situation that I find myself in.
Okay. It seems like the ship has taken some damage, like on the back end of the ship, especially where it took some damage before. It seems like there's some kind of almost like lightning magic happening back there. But you see a wide array of people running about the ship. It seems like there's quite a diverse crew. You also notice that it's mostly women. It's mostly women of a variety of races.
Go girls, yeah.
There are some dudes, but most of them, are pulling up the sails and preparing the ship to pass through a storm. You don't see the captain.
Okay.
So you are taken down into the hold. and there you face a half-elf woman whose voice that you recognize. This is the voice of the person who was shouting at you via thaumaturgy earlier. She is, I'm going to just mention this for Ella's benefit. She is very, very beautiful.
Wonderful.
But she has clothed herself in such a way as to lean into absolute ugliness. I want to say that the card that I drew when I was defining this person was hipsters. So she's got a lot of tattoos, a lot of piercings. Yeah, kind of dirty. Like her haircut, really obviously she did it herself. Plaid and slouchy beanie.
Aww.
Yeah, absolutely. That has never been washed. And she walks in carrying a giant warhammer, a coffee in one hand, and a giant warhammer in the other. And the warhammer is sparking, as if with lightning. But she comes in just as you guys are being fitted with some toques. The toques are these collars that go around your neck and they are locked into place. And she kind of oversees this, twirling her hammer in one hand. And once you have all been fitted with these toques, the crew step back and she looks at you and says, well, okay. Hi, everybody. And Leroy Jenkins lunges forward shouting, Leroy! And tries to swing at her, and there's a and he drops to the ground, not dead or anything, but just twitching.
A little tased, just slightly tased.
Don't tase him, bro.
And Fato says, that was his fault, so whatever. So welcome to the Red Dawn. It's a ship, probably never heard of it. And yeah, so you guys are prisoners now. You can't attack anybody, blah, blah, blah. Just be cool, and everybody would be cool to you. You're vomiting everywhere, so no, you're not hungry. We're about to pass through a storm or whatever, so just, stay here and be cool. You're gonna be guarded.
Where's the prince?
Shut up. Yeah, all of you are gonna write ransom notes now. Congratulations, you're being ransomed. Write them to whoever you think would pay the most for you, is what I would advise. Except for you.
Oh.
You, elf person, you're, person, Elahimm, come on.
I just look behind me.
Elahimm Dolaran? Yeah, come on, seriously.
But I'm so beautiful. Why would you do this to me?
So, hi. I'm your cousin. I'm Fato.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm Fato. You've probably never heard of me because I'm a fucking bastard of your cousin's house. So, yeah, I know exactly who you are. Come on, the captain wants to see you. And the rest of you are left in the hold with pieces of paper to write your ransom notes.
I'm really glad I didn't have to write a ransom. There is nobody.
Yeah. Fato and two of the crewmen lead you through the ship back out onto the deck. The ship by now is rolling a hell of a lot and is starting to experience the true winds of the storm. But you are led into the captain's quarters, which are lit by lanterns. There's water leaking everywhere, but it is fairly dry and fairly warm in here. You are pretty soaked to the bone by this point.
I'm shivering.
There's a large desk, several cupboards full of books, and an array of weapons hanging in the back, and a swinging cot. The pirate captain is sitting behind the desk, and she is wrapping her arms and several other places that she has been injured from the fight. She is about middle-aged for a tiefling, and she has one eye, so her left eye is scarred through. You stand before the desk.
Shivering.
Shivering. The door is shut behind you, but there is a guard standing at the door.
Inside or outside?
Inside. Okay.
So, I'm sorry, just to make sure, this tiefling woman is Lay from the ship we were just on.
Yes.
Did she say her name?
You didn't, and you actually probably wouldn't have heard the name. You can actually introduce yourself if you are so inclined and ask. Or you can remain silent.
Hail and well met. It's you again. Hello. Can I get a blanket?
She finishes wrapping her arm in silence. Hail, Elahimm Dolaran. This isn't the first time we've met. Sit down. There's a chair on the other side of the desk. Yeah. No, sit on the ground. Kneel. No.
Squat.
Story time.
No, she actually does go over and tosses you a small blanket.
That's nice.
Okay, let me actually do the voice, and I apologize in advance for this, but this is what she would sound like. We've met before. I was there on Tudavac, the day that you and your kind came and decided to try to kill an entire race. I'd never done a thing like that, you know? They called me a villain. Cut maybe 100 throats myself. Another 1,000 died before my banner, but all of them died standing up, with a weapon in hand and a fair shot at me. I have a lot of friends on Tudavac, and she gets up and goes over to a cupboard and takes out 2 glasses and a bottle of clear liquid. She comes back to the desk. And I was there trying to save as many as I could, but we stayed too long. The ice was coming up over the sides of the ship. Through the spyglass, and she pours 2 glasses of the clear liquid. Smells like rum. Through the spyglass, I could see all the 12 scions of the 12 noble houses of Elvendom standing on your pretty ship. And I saw you lower your wand.
I'm just like on pins and needles, honestly. I'm like, is this person gonna hate me? Oh,
And
God.
she slides one of the glasses across to you, and she says, I don't know why you did it. No, I don't care. I'm alive because you did. So you and me, and she lifts the glass to you, and she says, we're square. You understand? Wherever you want to go, wherever you want to disembark, we'll take you there. But that's it. My debt to you is paid. Oh, and she takes out a small pouch containing the amount of money that you were owed for... I named the character Damam Alaran, who bought the charm from you, and he didn't... and started this whole thing and got you into all of this. She takes it out and hands it to you and says, sorry, that's a little late on payment. That's with interest.
Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the glass of rum and be like, good to see some people made it off of there. I'm sorry.
Tudavac.
Thank you. Off of that rock. He would have fond memories of Tudavac.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good that people are out there living their lives.
Yeah. And she drinks, and she says,
I'm not gonna drink yet. I'm just gonna smell it.
yeah, okay. It smells like rum, but it smells like awful rum. Maybe it'll just like toss it over your shoulder.
Just like,
We're gonna bounce back to you guys down in the hold. What are you doing? Are you writing ransom notes, or you're...
Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. I got an assignment.
Peril, the devil himself will take his due. Also, you smell horrible. Sincerely, okay. So the note that Haizea has written: to whom it may concern, interfere with our mission at your own peril. The devil himself will take his due. Also, you smell horrible. Sincerely, a woman who gives no more shits. I like it.
I will need that back because my spells are on it.
Okay.
Thario relents and starts writing a long one. That's why I'm not writing.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And he secretly is writing in the King's Code.
Okay.
And he's addressing it to, I can't remember her name, the Southern Drawl Dragon.
Agissa.
oh yeah.
And just
The Drawl
basically, like in this long letter, there's a very simple message. The ransom stolen, prince unseen, working on it.
Okay. Copy. I like it. Dimitri, what are you doing?
Dimitri has written 2 words. Dear mother, comma. The rest of the page is blank.
Wow. There's a story there.
Wrong.
Interesting. So after Thario has written out this entire thing, Fato is just finally like, okay, guys, put your pencils down, give them to me.
There's stuff in there that's just like, I hope the leaves are falling well.
Yes, I love it. So Fato heads out of the hold and then in very short order enters the captain's room. And I think Deadeye has just spent some... Her name is Deadeye. Let's just say
Woo!
Captain Deadeye.
I am so rude. I did not even ask.
No, that's fine. That's fine. She was monologuing.
Sly dog, you caught me monologuing.
Before Fato comes in, Fato, sorry.
Yeah.
I do want to ask Deadeye. So that offer extends to me. What of my companions?
Well, from what I heard, they were going to execute you.
I could get around that. I have plans.
She kind of laughs and she says, I'm sure you do. You've shown yourself to be an extremely resourceful individual.
Oh, stop. But keep going. You can keep going. It's fine.
And she says, we shall see how things fall out with them. For you, you can either disembark anywhere you want, or if you prove yourself to be trustworthy, then there is a place for you on this crew. At that point, do you have anything else?
I just nod.
Okay. Fato comes in and Deadeye stands up and says, at this point, though, I will ask you to return to your friends, such as they are. Have a caution about moving around the ship. You are under probation. You did choose to side with them when we were on the Gorschvak.
To be fair, I didn't know who you were, / the ship was on fire.
And she kind of nods and says, fair. All right, have a good night.
Night.
Roll perception.
Wonderful. I guess I should have done that.
Oh, that's fine.
Bad. That was a bad roll, everyone. That was a 3.
That was a 3? Okay, you don't notice anything.
No.
Except that as Fato walks in, she has papers in her hand. Oh. So you do pass a night in the hold. So everybody is at full health, and you have regained all of your spell slots at this point. There's a lot of heaving of the ship as you pass through the storm. Probably some heaving on the part of those who failed the earlier Constitution saving throw.
During that time, Thario is going to explore around the hole to measure, like, if there's a limit to how far we can walk, or if we're allowed to walk around the ship and we just, can't do things.
Yeah. You don't experience any adverse effects. I am going to say that you need to make a dexterity saving throw because the ship is rolling quite a bit at this point. If you're going to be walking around
in the storm at night.
14.
I'm going to say, you stagger a bit around the room, but you're pretty close to the ground. You're a dwarf. But yeah, you don't experience any adverse effects. It seems like you have free movement. There are 3 guards in the room. Ella has been brought back down into the hold with you guys. Any interactions that happen there?
I smell like rum. Oh no, I didn't have any. Okay.
Yeah.
You just poured it on yourself.
Just like, no.
Are you still Carmela?
I am still Carmela.
Sure. What happened up there, Carmela? What did they speak to you of?
Oh, geez. So much. So I think I might have a way off this ship. I'm hoping.
Does that way include the rest of us?
I'm hoping. I'm gonna try my best. So apparently I saved this captain on, I don't know, one of my many exploits, and so she's giving me safe passage, and I asked about if I could bring you, and she said we'll see. So I'm hoping that's a good we'll see, and not a bad we'll see.
That's more than we had before. I was out for a while there. What happened?
Oh jeez. So, remember Quartermaster Lay?
Yeah.
No need to remember her because she's not real. That was apparently one of my illusion magic spells, making her look that way. So, the guy who killed Dalaran?
Damam Al-Aran.
Oh, so close. That's gonna be in character.
Yes.
That guy. We found him. I didn't see the prince up there. I didn't look very hard, to be fair.
We have to assume he was stowed away somewhere else, maybe.
If he's still alive at all. It's been a very long day. You are not the only one who took an impromptu excursion during that fire.
Are you all right?
I'm tired.
You're welcome, by the way.
She just looks at you.
Mike, I remind you, my charisma score is 9.
I remind you, my charisma score is 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so high. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow.
So, probably at this point you guys do, like, pass out because it has been a long day.
Yeah.
There are some blankets that are provided for you, but you do spend a hard night, like, leaning against the wall and maybe, like, huddled against each other. Like, how do you sleep? How are your configurations there?
I imagine that there's sort of an austerity to the mystic training, so she's probably just going to sleep on the floor without even a blanket. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter to her.
Yeah, that's fair. There are some guards that stay watch over you guys overnight.
Oh, not the good kind. Okay.
No.
Like, yeah,
but Leroy is there as well. Leroy,
Leroy.
Okay, so there are 3 guards that are with you guys that survived the situation. There were 12 originally. So you're down to 3.
It was a bit of a situation.
Yeah, so there are 3 guards in the room with you. Leroy is one of them. And then there's a halfling man, the one who helped heal Thario, and a human woman who appears to be praying.
Thario posts up somewhere up against the hull. He's got direct line of sight to Haizea and pulls down his hat and pops the collar on his duster. And
yeah. Leroy is already unconscious because he got tased earlier, and he's just like, he's done. He's out. So he's just lying on the floor like, Argh.
You can get the best sleep out of everybody here, though.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna use his tummy as a pillow.
Okay.
Cuddle puddle.
Dimitri, what's Dimitri doing?
I will sleep with my back to the hole. If there's like a crossbeam coming down
Okay.
Against the wall, I'll put my head against that.
Okay.
And just crawl up under a blanket.
Okay.
Do what I can with my... Do we still have our stuff?
Yes, you have pretty much all of your
Okay.
belongings. Yes.
I'll just sleep with my head on my pack, I guess.
Okay. So you wake uncomfortably in the morning. Leroy jerks awake and is kind of looks down at you and is like, wait, Carmela?
Shh, I'm not done sleeping.
No, wait. Carmela. Oh, God. Okay, hold on.
Poor guy.
I roll
Carmela!
over and go,
Everyone is so mad at you.
Leroy is just like, Carmela? What are you doing here? How did you get here?
I, like, in my sleep, like, half awake, just take the other amulet and, like, switch it out really quick. And now I'm Avery. And I look at him. And then I do it again. And I'm now Carmela.
Just, like, back and forth slowly.
And then I'm like, shh.
And
And I put my head on his
staring
tummy.
at you like, what the fuck? But then he, like, kind of sobers and he, like, leans over and he says, wait, so you're Avery and Carmela?
I just put my finger on my nose. Like, bingo.
So wait, who did you stop on?
I'm Carmela again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and then he very, like, carefully, like, eases your head off of his stomach and, like, scoots away from you.
Ooh.
Aww.
And he just kind of looks at you and says, you are not at all who I thought you were. Are you?
I mean, that follows.
I'm so cold.
Interesting that the collars don't work on the amulet magic.
Oh, do they not?
They don't, because you're not actively casting. The amulet is contained to itself.
Okay.
And so it's not actively, like, trying to change something in the world around you. It's just, they're not aggressive magic. But then the rest of you start to wake up more because there's singing. There's singing happening out on the deck that you hear. And the guards kind of poke you with their feet and nudge you awake, and they're like, come on, let's go. We don't want to miss it. Come on.
What, are we going to match?
Sort of.
Fresh circle of hell.
And one of the other guards looks at you and is like, well, if you want to look at it that way, that's fine.
I forgot Shayla Jashupa Stishish.
But they pull you out onto the deck, and the goddamn quickening is happening out here, to quote Griffin McElroy. The goddamn quickening is happening. There are small tendrils of lightning flying all around the boat. It appears to be mending the boat. It's the spell mending that is being cast by the half-elf that you met last night, Fato, the really pretty / ugly one. And she is standing in the center of the deck playing a ukulele. And the entire crew is out on the deck, hanging from the rigging, standing on the deck, just everywhere, and they are all singing along. Bear with me.
Yay.
Oh, the lady grey by night and day may drive us from the shores Yet on we'll glide astride the tides and find our fortunes o'er. For our lot is cast with our sisters fast to what him the devil knows. Never to roam, the dawn's our home, and we go where the devil goes. And so on and so
Well wrote.
and so on and so forth in that vein.
I'm going to do a history check.
Sure.
If I know this.
Yeah.
11.
What specifically, just this chant by itself? You don't recognize this chant. The Lady Grey that is being referred to probably in your book reading, in your book
Studies.
learning, in your studies, nerd. In your books. You came across reference to the Lady Grey, who is the goddess of the sea, who is worshipped by sailors and other seafarers as being this benevolent / malevolent deity who's kind of capricious in her moods.
As
But-
the sea tends to be.
But this appears to be a prayer, but also a kind of, mass chant for them. So the half-elf appears to be leading the chant and playing on her ukulele and using this spell also to cast mending on the ship. The song ends and there's some cheering, and then Captain Deadeye, steps out onto the deck of the ship. By the way, in the main deck of the ship is the cache in its chest, just sitting right there in the center of the ship. And actually, Fato is standing on top of the chest as she plays the ukulele.
Taunting us now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then the song ends and people cheer and she steps off and the devil, mentioned in the song, steps down from the quarterdeck and hops up onto the chest. And she is in like full captain regalia, great coat on, hat on, and she looks around and addresses the crew and says, "Never thought I'd be happy to see your ugly faces again." And there's some cheering at that as well. And then she stomps her foot once, and she says, "Item 1, status of the crew. We're all fucking rich." And there's a whole bunch more cheering at that, and some celebration. And she points down and says, "This cash is a chest of holding, a prince's ransom. Obviously, we can't open on board the ship because then we would sink because there's so much fucking gold inside. Once we make safe harbor, it'll be divided among every soul and sister on board. Item 2, and she stumps twice. Casualties of the fight. We lost 2 of our sisters last night in taking this prize." And she turns and nods to Fato, who stands forward and kind of strums a mournful melody on her ukulele as she says, "Jalen Farwater, Sarek One Eye, we give you to the Grey Lady. May she bear you to rest." And everyone murmurs those names. And then Deadeye stomps 3 times and says, "Item 3, new crew!" And she points to you and the 3 guards that are with you.
I wave sheepishly at everyone. Hi.
I step back and kind of look around.
Me?
They are obviously in their probationary period. Be good to them. Show them about the ship. If they are not good to you, you have my permission to cut their throats and throw them over. Item 4. Stomps 4
What
times.
is she, a horse?
Does she have hooves? Because she's tiefling, right?
Oh.
She has hooves.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, she has hooves. She's
That's
a
what I thought.
tiefling.
I don't
Yeah.
know what a tiefling looks like.
Is she actually talking, or is it just peanut butter on her mouth?
You're a terrible person. So this tiefling is wearing boots, but there are hooves underneath the boots.
Yes.
But that's a tiefling with
She's
the
got a-
horns, and she has a tail.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she's more intimidating now that I know what she looks like.
Yeah.
Would she be considered attractive for tiefling?
Oh, good question. Thank you.
Wait, no. Did we say D10? D10.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes sense.
it's a 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a 4. So she's not that attractive.
Got like a
She's just kind of meh.
Yeah, she's kind of meh, but she's like,
You don't approve.
she's more utilitarian than beautiful. So she stomps 4 times and she says, "Status of the ship. Headed west by southwest past the Barren Isle. Lookouts. Need to be on high alert. We are looking for a pigeon from the east. Second you see it, call out. Fato and Oma, I want you in my quarters. Everyone else, to your stations." And everyone else disperses. So, we're going to be playing a little mini game
Yay.
on board the pirate ship. This is a sandbox. There was a lot of exposition to set this up, but you can now do pretty much whatever the fuck you want on the ship. There are 4 things that I would suggest that you do. You can bond, you can spy, you can sail, or you can fight. Bonding means you get to know the crew, you get to know who they are, you try to make friends and allies of them, maybe try to inspire a mutiny.
Carouse a bit.
Absolutely. That's going to be a charisma roll to do one of those.
I will not be doing that.
I'll be doing that one. You can spy, which is obviously you're going to try to figure out what the hell is going on, where you're going, see if you can find out more information about what their plans are. And that's going to be an intelligence roll.
That was my question.
Yeah. Sail is wisdom-based, and you can choose to learn how to sail, to learn how to move about the ship more easily, just study, like, the goings-on of the ship, and use that to your advantage. Or you can choose to train. And that is actually going to be, because none of you motherfuckers are strong, I chose to make it a constitution roll. But yeah, you can choose to train with what's called the Vanguard. Vanguard are the people who are essentially like the fighters of the ship, the people that would go over the rail during a raid. And so you can choose to train with the Vanguard. So there are 2 days that you're going to be on board this ship. There's a morning, an evening, a morning, and an evening. You can choose to do one thing in the morning and a different thing in the evening, or you can choose to do the same thing both morning and evening. There are 4 things that you can do. You can choose to do the 4 different things. You can choose to do one thing twice. What you choose to do will unlock certain features or boosts for you. Things like that.
I cast sail the ship.
Well, yeah, maybe. And there will also obviously be certain cutscenes, to borrow a phrase from video games, that happen depending on what you choose to do. Ella, you're in Carmela form right now? Carmela, what are you going to do over the next few days? Okay. Tell us the sequence there.
So I'm thinking I'm going to start the day 1 with training, learning some sweet moves. And then...
oh shit, sweet flips.
Oh shit, sweet flips.
My little nugget.
You have to sing it.
Yeah.
Day 1, night, I'm going to spy. Day 2, morning, I'm also going to spy. Double up on the spying, and then finish the day 2 bonding.
Okay, very cool. Thario?
Thario will be sailing, then bonding, then fighting, and then bonding.
Alright.
Gotta get his drinks in.
Alright, sounds good. Dimitri?
First I will sail, then I will bond that evening. Then I'll spend the next day training, and then I will do a little bit of spying.
Okay. And Haizea, what are you doing?
Eating a cookie.
Sorry,
No.
I tried to give you time.
I know that, but I got greedy. Morning 1, spy. Evening 1, train. Morning 2, sail. Evening 2, spy.
Okay, so you two are spying at the same time, together.
Do it together.
The evening of the second day.
Yes,
You're going to be spying together. Is anybody else doing anything
I feel like
together?
this is going to be more like Get Smart.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
So Dimitri and I are going to be training at the same time.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
Oh my god.
If we end up getting paired.
All right, is anybody else doing... All right, first day, the morning of the first day.
Yep.
What are y'all doing? Let's start
Sword
with
flat fighting.
Ella.
Carmela is training.
She is training. Is anybody else training
No.
at this time? Okay, so Carmela,
Yes.
you are out on the deck and you look towards the forward part of the deck and you notice that space has been cleared out and that there's some training happening there. It is with real weapons, but the edges have been dulled, obviously. And there are several members of the crew who seem more rough and tumble than the rest. I'm going to tell you guys right now that there are 41 members of this crew. 5 of their characters have been defined. The rest will be coming from Cards Against Humanity.
Boy.
There are 8 members of the Vanguard. They tend to be larger people, so there's actually like a Goliath up there. There's one Goliath who is swinging a club around, and everybody else is just working on like tumbling away from the club and ducking and jumping over it, like because if that person hits you, holy crap!
Does he have a peg leg or a hooked hand, or
Nope.
what body parts is he missing?
No body parts.
Oh wow!
Because it's a fucking Goliath and really good in combat.
He's got a peg body. He's just a head that's hopping around.
Nobody.
It's a she, thank you very much. It is a female Goliath. There's also a Dragonborn, a half-orc. The half-orc actually sees you coming, specifically, and stops and puts a fist on his chest
Respect.
and bows to you, just once, and says, "For what you did unto the Vac." And then goes back to training. The person who appears to be leading the Vanguard in this training exercise is weaving through the ranks as they train, is another half-orc. It's a female half-orc, and she walks up to you and introduces herself as Kashka. Kashka is a character of mine from a different campaign that James and I are both in. I rolled all of these. I rolled all of these characters out as just random rolls of the dice, and she turned out to be a half-orc paladin that was female. And I was like, okay, I guess it's Kashka.
Alternate universe Kashka.
Alternate universe Kashka is here, and alternate universe Kashka walks up to you and says, "You are here to train with the Vanguard?
Yes, ma'am.
You are Elahimm, yes?
Please, call me Carmela.
All right.
I wink at her.
She...
Wait, how attractive is Kashka?
You're going to have to roll each time. I didn't
You
roll
know
this.
what Kashka looks like.
Nah, 2. So, no, Kashka is pretty plain.
Okay, I take that wink back.
No, that's fine. That's okay.
Unwink.
Unwink, like your eye, like, bulges outward somehow. Oh, God. And Kashka looks at you and says, you stayed with a family friend of mine on Tudavak when you escaped from prison, and they helped you recover.
Remind me again what their word? You worked
friends.
so hard. Oh, I remember them. They were lovely.
Their names were...
Bojangles.
Jangle.
Bovengle.
Oh, yes.
It was the Bovengle family that you stayed with after you escaped from your prison. I am so glad to see you recovered. I understand it was very difficult for you in prison.
Oh, you must be Kashka then.
I am long friend of Bovengles.
This is so good.
All right. So she squares you up with Mad Meg, who is a dog folk.
Wonderful.
Yeah. There's all sorts of people on board this ship, including some rat folk. Some rat folk are here. It's a lot of people that you probably have never seen before. But Mad Meg squares up with you, and I'm gonna have you roll Constitution.
Ooh, that's actually good. Hooray. 18.
Okay. You actually do very well in the fight and are holding your own. And Mad Meg actually has to submit to you quite a few times in terms of you're not actually fighting to hurt this person. So the poke doesn't activate. But you do hold your own in the fight quite well. And you gain +1 to your strength modifier.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That is a permanent.
Oh,
So you are now +1 to your strength modifier, whatever your strength modifier was on your character sheet, add +1 to that.
So if it was a 12, it goes up to a 13?
No, you have
the
+1
plus,
to
so
the modifier
instead
itself.
of +1, it's +2?
Yes, so +2.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
like that.
There are different features and different,
Yeah.
I've tried to make things even across the board. So, Haizea, what are you doing first?
I'm spying.
You are spying. You are going directly, you are cutting right to the chase. And
Doing
so,
your job.
yeah.
This is what I do.
Yeah, so when she stepped away, Deadeye called 2 people to her quarters with her,
Okay.
to the captain's quarters. Those 2 people were Fato, who you have already met, and Oma, who is a human woman.
Okay.
They both follow her into the captain's quarters. What do? You do have 3 guards who are kind of keeping an eye on you as you move about the deck.
Okay, so they're just going to follow me no matter what. Is that right?
One of them will follow you.
Okay.
So basically, you have a guard, Dimitri has a guard, and Thario has a guard. Elahimm has a toque, but you don't have a guard.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You're probationary light.
Walking directly over to the door seems like a bit much.
Yeah.
So I'm on the deck, and they've just gone into the captain's
Yeah.
quarters?
Yes.
Okay. Above the captain's quarter. Is that just the
quarter deck.
The
Yeah,
quarter deck.
empty deck.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go up there and see if I can hear anything.
You head up onto the quarter deck, which is back here. And this area is obvious. There aren't very many people back here, and so you kind of can have full reign of the quarter deck. Your guard does walk up here to you, to the edge of the quarter deck, and is kind of keeping an eye on you, but also watching the main deck as well.
I'm going to sit down as if to meditate.
Okay, you just sit down in a full meditation position?
I do.
Okay. I am going to say that through the windows you hear Deadeye's voice saying, "Look, no, I know that we need to get out of here as fast as we can, but we need to wait for the pigeon from the east." It's just in snatches that you hear her voice.
Okay.
Plato answering and saying, "No, okay, we have one day before a ship from Seoul finds the wreckage, and then another day before they get back to Seoul and tell the entirety of the Kisawara Navy what's happened." Essentially, Deadeye is arguing to stay as close to Kisawara as a pigeon can fly. Messenger pigeons, again, in Kisawara are very heavily used.
Interesting.
Oma doesn't appear to be saying much.
Can't hear much.
Yeah, you can't hear much of her. She seems to be very soft-spoken.
How much more time do I have in my spying session?
You can sit there for a while. Oma leaves fairly soon thereafter and heads out and is steering the ship west by southwest. From there, it seems like Sato and Deadeye are sort of chatting with each other, have this kind of contentious friendship where they grew together out of necessity. They are fond of each other in the way of like, if I have to sell you out at some point, I totally will.
Right, okay.
And Deadeye kind of laughs at that. Likewise.
If possible, if I have any more time,
Yeah.
I'd like to see if I can find a lookout schedule.
I don't think you can find a lookout schedule unless you actually sneak inside of the captain's quarters.
Okay. But that's where it would be.
Yeah, and that's actually occupied right now.
A bit, yes.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
one thing I can say for certain. I do
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. So if I can't get a hold of that,
But you
right
can
now-
observe the lookouts and see who's up there.
Yeah, I will gather as much information as I can about maybe how often they're switching,
Okay.
things like that.
The schedule of time on board of any ship is arranged by bells.
Right.
A bell rings every hour that an hourglass runs out. There are 4 lookouts that you can see. You see 3 rat folk
Okay.
and a half-elf are the 4 lookouts that you see in the 4 hours of morning.
And are they hanging out in the crow's nests on all the masts, or
They go up to the main mast.
okay
And are constantly up in the crow's nest.
together? All 4.
No. One at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1 for every hour
Okay.
goes up.
Gotcha.
Okay. And that is your turn. Dimitri,
Yes.
what do you do first?
I am sailing.
Okay.
I am learning what boats do.
What boat do? Roll intelligence. I'm sorry, Haizea, roll intelligence.
18 plus... So 21.
Learn the spell Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, is that going to be what slot do we know, or what level of
That's
spell?
just once per day. Yeah, you
Okay.
can cast that. And that's a feature, and that does not count towards your spell count for the day.
Okay.
Okay? So, Dimitri, you are going to
Should we
sail?
both do this at the same time?
You're doing it at the same time? Very
Oh,
good.
are we sailing at the same time?
We are sailing.
Yeah, you are sailing at the same
Over the
time.
mountain waves.
Okay, so you guys, from the point of the captain's address, you guys remain on the main deck and are kind of like just looking around at the riggers.
You roughed me up and held me at point of death, and now...
We're doing this at like 10
Yeah.
feet away from
Really
each
yelling
other.
at each
And
other.
now you, too, are roughed up and find yourself working at the point of death. Funny old world, isn't it?
Shit happens.
Yes, it does.
But we have to work together to get out of this situation, despite our other situation.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
What do you know about this thing that latched onto me?
Much.
Maybe you could tell me sometime?
Later. I look around the deck at all the sailors.
Sure. So, we figure out our way around this nasty piece of wood.
At this moment, two halflings who are arguing with each other very loudly one runs into you and one runs into Dimitri. And they both say, "Excuse me," at the same time. And then they go back to arguing with each other. They look very, very, very much like each other. Except one has a mustache. One has a very dark mustache. The card that I drew was my evil twin. So there are two halflings that are arguing loudly with each other,
But which
standing
one
in
is
front of
evil?
you. Well, obviously the one with the mustache.
Hey, that's
Stereotype.
mustaches.
We should mention that Matt has a mustache. So
The
that
only
makes
one
sense.
at the table.
Yes. Well, I've got kind of a mustache. I shave.
Maybe this is the universe where mustaches are good, and not having a mustache makes you evil.
Exactly.
I am the DM. I am saying that mustaches are evil.
Fair enough.
Well, but then Thario's evil.
And like everyone
Okay.
in the 70s is evil.
Moving on. Moving on. So these two halflings stand in front of you and are saying, "Excuse me, you're in the way, you know."
Well, maybe you could tell us what to do then, since we're supposed to do things for the ship to prove we're good and all that.
I point at my collar and say, "Do I look like I know what I'm doing on a ship?"
Your halfling, who is the mustachioed one.
Oh, I get the evil one.
Yep.
That's typecasting.
Looks at you and says, "Yeah, no, you don't. Okay, so come with me. Fine." And they go scrambling up the sides of the rigging, shouting things down at you like, "Follow me! Come on!"
I scramble up the rigging behind him.
I scramble up as well.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of heights. You stare into the abyss long enough, something like this ain't so bad.
Okay, so you scramble up the rigging and then follow them out onto the edges of the sails, and you are unfurling the sails, essentially. I'm gonna say, even though like this seems like a dexterity saving throw, I'm gonna say wisdom, because you are making good choices about where to put your feet.
I am not making good choices about where to put my feet. I have a +1 to wisdom.
No,
But I
come on,
have
I believe
advantage
you.
on saving throws. Actually, I make excellent choices on where to put my feet.
Oh boy.
It's not a critical fail,
No, it's not a critical
but
fail.
it's a fail.
It's as close as you can get.
That's a 4.
Okay.
That's a 19 for me.
Okay.
Why did the dwarf choose to climb the rigging?
I don't know why. You, Dimitri, gain the feature mobile. Your speed increases by 10 feet. Where it says 30 feet up above, there, say 40 feet.
Nice.
Difficult terrain doesn't affect you.
Oh.
It says, when you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of your turn, whether you hit or not.
Okay.
Basically, that means if you're fighting somebody like a fighter who has something like riposte or something like that, that gives them opportunity attacks, you can't be attacked that way.
Cool.
You also can move away too.
Yes, yeah. You tangle a foot in the rigging and go upside down.
Dwarf overboard.
I'm gonna say dexterity saving throw.
At least that's a better saving throw.
I point and laugh.
Brutal.
8.
This
is not Thario's day.
You don't fall down on the deck. Well, it's not Thario's morning. There's plenty more to come.
Oh boy.
But you do hang upside down, and you have to be pulled up, and your halfling looks at you and is like, okay, let's put you down. Let's just go down on the deck. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Thario looks like he's got a lot of blood rushed
Yes.
to his head.
Yeah.
Imagine your mustache is like upside down. So it's like
So that was
reverse
your
Fu
first.
Manchu.
Yeah, that was our first failure of this mini game. Unfortunately, it had to happen to somebody.
Alright.
Here ends episode 7 of Dungeons Against Humanity. Cards that were drawn this episode include Hipsters and My Evil Twin. Music in this episode include tracks from our favorite Miguel Johnson, Dick Turpin, and several others. Full listings can be found on SoundCloud. All music is used under the Creative Commons license. If you like what you heard, mention us on social media under the hashtag #DAHpodcast. That's the podcast. If you do, we'll give you a shout out on the show, like McKieran Matt on Instagram, who'll be appearing as an NPC in future episodes. Look forward to that. We might kill you. Next episode will be up in 2 weeks, so see you then. Bye.